Hi everybody, this is Matt's Amazing. I'm making a video because BreakPoint, the newest Pokemon trading card game set, just came out, and I'm excited to get into it and see what kind of cards we're gonna pull. I have 36 booster packs, which is equal to a booster box of Pokemon, and I'm gonna open them up and we're gonna see what we're gonna get. It's really cool. As you can see, I'm opening up in the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I absolutely love Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. It's such a good game. So let's get into it. Let's get into this. It's probably going to be multiple videos because I'm going to analyze like all the different cards that open up. It's not just going to be one of those common, rare. I want to talk about it. If I see a cool common that I think this is really interesting, I want to talk about it. I'm more into cool effects in this game. I'm not really into like, oh, it does 200 damage and kills all your Pokemon in one turn. I'm into like effects like your opponent's Pokemon is now asleep. If they're already asleep, it does 80 more damage, like Darkrai EX. That's a really cool effect. So I may talk about that a little bit. Why don't we get into the very first booster pack? You never know where you're gonna get.
Life is a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly. So let's start opening these babies up. Okay, I turned off the sound effects because there's just a little brrrr, and I want to take my time. Okay, so I opened up like 5 booster packs originally. Some of these cards ain't brand new to me. Okay, we got Staryu, Smack for 28 bad, Drowsy, goes with the Hypnosis coming out. Glameow, actually, your opponent puts a card from his or her hand on the bottom of his or her deck. For a second, I thought it was going to be kind of like milling. That'd be kind of cool. C-Dot, Rattata. I do like you can draw a card then switch them because it's 30 hit points. It allows him to get the heck out of dodge. So it's important for him. Durant. This is a card that has a little bit of hype behind it because of this great. Okay, well the first attack, 1 grass for 10. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. It does a little bit of damage, but doesn't discard as much as Bunnelby. But it's still interesting. And then Scrape Down. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, discard the top 4 cards of your opponent's deck. That is amazing. Only bad thing is it takes 2 energy. That you can't be double colorless, and it has to have a damage counter on it. Now you could do a Rainbow Energy that put a damage counter on it, but then you still have to have 2 energy. That's the tricky part. I think you probably, if you want to go Durant, you probably want to go EXP share so that you can bounce an energy whenever this thing gets KO'd, bounce energy onto another Durant, and then maybe have the Rainbow in your hand, and then you can just keep doing the 4. And then also you can put the new tool that's in the set. There's a new tool that if you put it on a base, it gives it 40 more hit points. And that would give Durant 110 hit points, which would be amazing. Okay, so the Widow, watch and learn. If your opponent's Pokemon uses an attack during his or her last turn, use it as this attack. That's cool because you don't have to meet the energy requirements. It does take a fighting and a colorless, so you can't double colorless. It's not easily like energy powered up in 1 turn. It has 90 hit points to retreat. It's okay. It's interesting. Sycamore is cool. Great Ball is interesting. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Shiftry. Okay. Roll out, flip 3 coins. If any of them are heads, your opponent reveals his or her hand. Then for each heads, discard a card from your opponent's hand. Yeah, but if I'm building into a stage 2, I don't want to like just invest all that much time and stuff just to discard a card. Otherworldly returns 3 for 60. Put a trainer card from your discard pile back in your hand. Not digging them. Not digging them. Let's open up another pack. Let's see what we're gonna get. Let's see what we're gonna get. Okay. Petil. Okay. Heal 2 damage from each of your Pokemon. Shinx. Your opponent switches his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her bench. Not bad. Flop. Who names an attack Flop? It's just okay. Whatever. That's like the electric equivalent of Splash. Okay. At least it does 10 damage now. Pancham, like I was saying in another video that got cut off because the game went down early. I like the Pancham that if you have a dark Pokemon on your bench, you can automatically evolve him, even on turn 1. So I don't think I played this one. Ducklet, yeah, it's Chikorita, I like the art on this one, I really do. But it's eh. Gabite, okay, okay. I'm happy to get Gabite because the Garchomp line in this set is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I hope I pull some. 1 for 20, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Hey, that's not horrible. That's not horrible at all. 1 retreat, weak to grass. Gyarados, Spirit Link, useless if I don't get a Gyarados. Another Durant! Yes, that's 2 Durant. Bursting Balloon. Okay, this is really interesting. This is really, really interesting because it's a tool card that has an effect, but it automatically goes away at the end of your opponent's turn. So it doesn't stick around forever. But if they attack, if they attack the Pokemon it's attached to during their turn, they take 60 damage. That's ridiculous because okay, there's 2 choices here. Okay, either attack that Pokemon. No, there's 3 choices. Attack that Pokemon, take 60 damage. Don't attack that Pokemon, and if it's their active Pokemon, then it's like you did nothing to them that turn, which is good. Or like Lysander something out, or use like a tool to remove the like a item to remove the tool. It's still really cool. I could see it being a really clutch play, you know, to just, you know, like they have 1 prize left and they're like, you know, they're gonna knock me out, burst and balloon, and you know, I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's very, very interesting effect. I like it. I wonder what we're gonna get. Okay, please, just give me something good.
Go ahead, make my day.
Please make my day. Oh!
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
That is definitely nice. That is one of the... I don't really collect a lot of EXs, but this is the EX in this set I wanted really badly because I know the combo I want to play with it. Darkrai EX, 180 hit points, it's about standard. Dark Pulse for 2 colorless. This attack does 20 more damage for each dark energy attached to all your Pokemon. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. But really, Dark Head. Darkness, 2 colorless, 80 damage. Nothing amazing. If your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep, this attack does 80 more. So it does 160 for 3 if they're asleep. Oh, I wonder how you put them asleep. Now, there are some cards in the new set. People maybe go, Hypno, Hypno, that puts them asleep. You know, the card I don't see a lot of people associating with Darkrai EX? Malamar EX. Malamar EX is another dark Pokemon. It's an EX basic. You put it on your bench, and whenever you attach an energy card to it, the opponent's active Pokemon is automatically asleep. So they're both dark, they're both EXs, and Dark Pulse does more damage for each dark energy attached to all your Pokemon. It's like a match made in heaven. It's so amazing. Oh, I'm so happy to get Darkrai EX. I probably want 2 more, I would say. 2 more. That's awesome. Very, very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Awesome pull for the second booster pack. Okay, already seen some new cards I like. Numel. What is nice, though, he has 80 hit points for a basic. That's pretty nice. That's pretty tanky, dude. If you start with him, you're probably not going to get donked. Phantom, I'm so happy to get this card because... any kind of card that gives you Ascension, that is just like an attack that's been epic ever since it started out. I remember when it was on Vulpix. I remember it's been on multiple things, but I remember Vulpix Ascension in the 9s more prominent than anything else. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it on this Pokemon. You can do that on turn 1. Wait, if you go second, because you can't attack if you go first. But still, it's amazing because there are some amazing Trevenants in the game. There's a Trevenant that locks your opponent from playing trainers. Fantastic to evolve into on your first turn. There's a new Trevenant in the set. There's a Trevenant Break in the set that I would actually like to get. So I'm happy to get a Phantom. I hope I get more. Skrelp, I talked about it in the other video, but that got deleted. So I like this Skrelp. I really, really like Dragglide. There's an old Dragglide that says your opponent's poison Pokemon cannot retreat, and then there's a new Dragglide in the set that says for like 1 Psychic or 1 something, your opponent's Pokemon is quadruple poison, so they take 40 in between turns, so the combo is really nice there. And then this Skrelp is actually pretty cool because if you go second and they're gonna donk you, you can do hide, flip a coin if heads, prevent all effects of attacks including damage. During this Pokemon during an opponent's next turn, you can at least, if you start out with a horrible hand, you know, you can at least hide and hope you survive for a turn. So that's cool. Hey, look, Electabuzz. I remember when you were a basic Pokemon and really good. You're not that much anymore. Scorpy, you know, it's funny because there is a, what's that grass basic, from Black and White? I don't know, but he has the same exact attack for just one grass. This is a grass on the color list. I don't really like it. But the 70 hit points is not bad. Cloyster! Sudden Grip. If this Pokemon evolved from Shelter during this turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, but it only does 10 damage. What is that? 10 damage? That's like... Let me sneeze on you. I mean, 3 for 70. I don't like it. I mean, the paralyzation is nice, but you can't do it over and over and over again. Okay. Great Ball. It's always useful. Okay, this is Delinquent, a new supporter in the set. Discard any stadium card in play. There's usually going to be a stadium card in play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from his or her hand. That's really interesting. That is really, really interesting. I love cards that force your opponent to discard cards. That's really interesting. Okay, we got 2 cards here. A lot of times when you see this, you got a break right here and then something stupid here. Let's see what we get. You think we're gonna get something? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. We got a Clefable. Okay, let's see. I love fairy Pokemon. Moon Barrier for 30. That's not bad. During the opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by Dragon Pokemon. Okay, that's very limited. I don't know if that's any good. 3 for 50. Flip a coin. Nah, I don't like it. Okay, what are we gonna get? A Lilligant. Okay. Boo-hoo. That's a weird name. 1 for 20. If your opponent attaches the energy card from his or her hand to the defending Pokemon during his or her next turn, that Pokemon will be asleep. That's interesting. I think I've seen people talking about this stuff online. Basically, you're putting them asleep during their turn. So it's not like, see, if you put them asleep during your turn, they would get a sleep check when their turn comes. But if they're asleep, if they're put to sleep during their turn, they don't get the check until after their turn is over. So like, it basically is saying, if you attach an energy to your active Pokemon next turn, you don't get to attack me. That's pretty interesting. I find that pretty interesting. And it's for 1 grass. It does a little bit of damage. Not bad. Leaf Slice for 2. Flip 2 coins is 30 times the number of heads. But the Boo-hoo is pretty interesting. I like that. That is pretty cool. Let's open up another one. Wonder what we're gonna get. I wonder. Okay. Oh, we got another Skrelp. Okay. Oh, ooh, okay. I see some stuff. Glamia, we got that before. Corsola. I like Corsola because it's a bigger basic. Flip 2 coins does 30 times number of heads. And Power Gem. Okay. Nothing amazing there. Temple. Get loud. Round. Hey, Round is back. We got, I love when it attacks like do more damage if like more of your Pokemon have that attack, and that's what Round is. This attack does 10 damage times the number of your Pokemon that has the Round attack. Bad thing is that's never going to be enough. At most they could top out at 60 damage. That's just not good enough. It's just not good enough at all. Clefairy, I think I opened that with another booster pack. Hey, look at Hypno over in the corner going like, what's going on in this scene? Like, it looks like they're in a cemetery, and like Clefairy is dizzy, or is she sleepwalking? Let's assume she's sleepwalking. So she's sleepwalking through a cemetery, and Hypno's just watching on, going like, is he? That is a weird scene. Automatic sleep for 1 energy. That's pretty good. Flip 2 coins to attack this 10 damage times number of heads. Not so good, but this automatic sleep is pretty cool for a turn 1 type thing. Potion re-brought back, not bad. Electivire, okay, let's see what this thing's all about. It's an uncommon. That makes me feel not so good anyways, because I mean an uncommon Electivire doesn't speak loudly of how good the card is. 30 for 2, 90 for 3. The 90 for 3 is not like awful, because if you have weakness you could at least one-shot an EX, but the 30 for 2 is just like duh. Just like horrible. You could play it with Vaporeon or